Plarium, please. Episode 3. Welcome everyone. Madman bringing another RSL video. In episode 3 of Plarium, please, we're going to discuss Arena. All three of them and how we could kind of improve it. This one's going to be a difficult one, so let's just jump right in. This might be a little bit longer than normal. We don't have too much time left on Live Arena, so we're going to start with that. Now, first off, this one's going to baffle the heck out of you here, and it might take a moment here to get started, but Nightblade, now watch. Here's what's going to happen. I'm not going to actually choose a champion. I'm going to let the timer go down. I wanted to kind of go first, but I'm willing to bet if it keeps going like normal that it's automatically going to pick a Boro. And I'm like, what? Why are you picking a Boro? You don't even see her on here. But let's painfully count this down. So in the meantime, while we're waiting, Live Arena, it's still pretty new. I'm not a fan of it, but, some people are, some people aren't. I get kind of the excitement challenge. Unfortunately, with, I guess, the current kind of meta between, Mariska and Taurus, it's just, if you got them, great, and if you don't, well, it sucks. And then same thing, with the Harimas and all that. I don't have even Duchess on this account, so I can't even count her as Duchess with my Duchess. Maybe once I get the gold, but let's see. A Boro and Shamal. That's the picks. Let's see how far. And it always picks a Boro. Why? We're going to get way here. Where's a Boro? Didn't even pick that Shamal. And I'm not even sure where their Boro is. Scroll through. Is she at like the end here? I'm looking. Patient with me here. Wow, where is she? Oh, she's 2-star blessing, so she's got to be up here somewhere. It's probably going to pick somebody else for me here, which doesn't matter. Where's her 2 stars? 2 star. There she is, right there. What made you decide to choose a Boro? I mean, what in the algorithm made you decide to choose a Boro first? Let's see. Oh, now at least it went to some legendaries. This person's probably going, what in the hell's going on? And we'll just throw some whack in here. Where is he at? Let's throw in Hegemon, just for the hell of it. Confirm. I mean, we're going to get our butts whooped, but you know what? Let's get rid of the Leorius. Let's just see how bad of a beating we're going to take on this. Oh, they banned the Hegemon. And then we'll just leave a Boro in the lead. I mean, we're going to get our clocks cleaned. It's just ridiculous there. But why? Why is it picking a Boro? So first off, y'all need Plarium. You need to fix the algorithm. I mean, if I don't make a choice, at least pick someone up top, right? I mean, you got it scaled by power, power and blessing level. So, yeah, just crazy there. All right, we know we lost. Let's just end this. Don't need to waste any more time. But let's try this again for heaven's sake. In the meantime, right, you can see I'm in silver 1 because for a month there, it didn't play at all. That's how much I cared about Live Arena. It didn't play at all. And, I guess I've resigned myself that if I want to get those area bonuses, I got to go do my 5 to 10 battles and try and win at least 1 or 2 a day and just slowly creep it up. But he picks first again. Can I exit? We're going to exit as soon as this Okay, can I exit the battle? Really? I can't leave? There's got to be a way to leave. Leave. Yes, I want to leave. Congratulations, you won. I want to pick first. In the meantime, while everybody's slowly filling up the gold, and I'm not sold that we're going to get to gold, because what if you lose all your fights? Then you lose all the points, and you just stay down in silver. So I don't know. I guess with the point count, maybe you still sadly keep creeping up. I haven't paid that much attention to it. But in the meantime, while everybody's filtering up, because I'm sure gold, and God, here we go again. Congratulations, you just won. Because I want to get to pick first. I'm trying to prove a point. Got precious few minutes left, and this is what you're going to do. Lordy, lordy, lordy. Again, congratulations, you won. This is getting ridiculous. Just won't let us pick first, huh? Won't let us pick first. In this typical, there we go, finally. So, and we're on a 30-second countdown to pick our first one. All right, that's fine. It's going to pick a Boro again. Why? I have no idea. What in their algorithm? Mighty Uko, legendary, 5-star blessing, top of the list. Why are you not picking him? Gerptuck. I mean, look at all these champions, and you're going way the heck back to a Boro? That's your auto pick for me? I don't get that. But anyway, this will end up being, a Boro. Go figure. It's going to end up being longer than I wanted, but, it is what it is. We might actually try and want to win this one, so let's do some choices here. But anyway, as everybody's slowly filtering up or whatnot, what would be nice is if we could type in other players' names and directly challenge them. All right, who do we want to ban? Do I take out Arbiter? She's probably faster than he is, so we're going to take that out. Not that it matters. You took out my nuker, so you think. I don't know if Hedgie's going to be strong enough to take. You'll probably be able to take Ninja out. I don't know about Syl and everything. Because my Hedgie is built for nuking everybody down for Dark Fae. Not actually built for Arena, so. Anyway, and you don't have Stone Skin. That's a surprise. Well, we didn't even nuke down Ninja, but let's lock out your abilities here. And I don't even know what a Boro does. I think she can smack pretty hard, but she's not. I haven't touched her in forever, so let's go ahead and get Peril to proc. Probably ought to actually take the Syl out, but all she can do is no, that's her passive's blocked. Oh, so she can't heal. She can revive though. So who are you gonna revive? Mortu? Brogni's passive is blocked, so he can put block debuffs and shield. Oh, you put Ninja up, huh? He's going to put his shields up. And then, who do we want to hit? We'll hit him 4 times. Did next to no damage. Let's decrease some of this. We're probably going to lose this. It doesn't matter. The whole point was, why is a Boro getting picked first? I don't know. Wow, she smacked through that shield. Put a little increase in attack here. I don't know if Hedgie's going to make it around before Syl does there, but boom, ooh, we took them both out. We might actually be able to win this one. I'm surprised. But anyway, getting back to my point, in live arena, while we're slowly letting things filter back to where everybody starts making up the gold or silver or whatnot. They need to take advantage. Wow, we left. We won one. All right, so we won. Anyway, let us take advantage of calling somebody out and challenging them. Or and it may not count, for these rewards or whatever, or it might, you could do that. Or, uh, a sparring battle so that we could sit there and challenge clanmates or our friends or whatever, others we know. That definitely doesn't count then, but, we can see if a team concept's going to work or whatever so that we can make live arena a little more fun. Because right now it's not fun, to me, even though I'm on silver, and those weren't too bad, probably because I've had quite a few losses, but even down in silver, when I sit there and I see a Harima or a Marichka, people got Hefrak, Taurus, just, all these OP champs, and I'm like, oh my god, as you can see, my best nuker is still Trunda. Well, she's fallen by the wayside. But anyway, so that's live arena. Give us the option to make it a little more fun for those that aren't really that competitive. In the meantime, it's going to be what sadly it's going to be because, National Pride with Taurus and Marishka, that's going to be the way it is, kind of Sifi and Rhodas back in the day. So they're going to be better for a little while here. Plain and simple. Plarium's not going to nerf them, change them. That's the way it's going to be. If you don't have them, well, you're probably not going to have much of a shot higher up. Now, do they need to come up with some way to kind of countermorph, either through a champion's skills or passive or whatever, the doggone polymorph? That they could do. And I hope they do, whether it be, maybe they take out one of those stupid arena blessings and actually put in a worthwhile blessing, but something like that. Anyway, that's live arena. I wanted to tackle it while there's still some time left here. Now, arena. Arena is just, I don't know what you do with arena either. I don't have the greatest suggestions, but I'll give you a brief history. When I first started, right, it was based on your account player power. Now, I want to say, I don't know if it'll let me see platinum. It'll go through. I think when I originally started, there were only 100 positions here in platinum, and I think they've upped to 500. And probably one thing they could do is open that up to 750 or 1,000 now. Plarium's got the data. They know how many players there are. They know how many are active or whatever. And they just need to start opening these tiers up even more. Because it's just ridiculous here. You keep trying to, you add all these more and more players on, but you're trying to funnel them all in the same amount of spots. Well, it just doesn't work. And I'm sure these guys, they're competitive, right? But how many times do you want to just keep competing against the same people over and over and over again? That's got to it would get boring for me. And I dare say that's why a good bit of them players don't even try and push platinum. Plus the timing, for those in the U.S. at 3 in the morning or whatever in the world, I don't want to be up that late just to make a plat push. I'm not sure I can with, I got pretty decent gear and I got some decent champions, but I don't have anybody OP. I don't have a Marishka Taurus. I don't even have a Clymar yet. He better show up come Sunday. A Duchess, anything like that. So I had to sit there and get pretty creative just with my 3v3 stuff. But anyhow, maybe we'll get through here and confirm that there's only 500 slots. So they probably need to expand that. That's about the only thing I can suggest. But anyway, getting back to what I was originally saying. When I started this, so there's 500 spots. When I started Arena and started this account, you can see my Account power is 13.2 million, right? Well, it was based off of your account power. And of course, the more champions you had and the more champions that had gear on, the higher your power was. Well, 2 months in, and here I am, I have a bloated account power because, I'm pulling shards left and right, I'm putting gear on them. Pretty quickly I started focusing on faction wars there and going for Lydia. But it was a miserable experience in Arena because back then, those that were in Plat, there wasn't Gold 5 or Gold 4 or whatever, they would just slowly, they'd quit playing, and their defensive teams would just slowly, ever so slowly filter through. And imagine being in a Bronze 1 with a Kale or a Gleck or whoever your starter is, and a few other champions, probably not even legendary, and trust me, no legendaries at the time for me. And you're seeing a top tier team. You're seeing a Sifu Rotos team fall through in Bronze 1 for 2+ months there. I could kiss Bronze 2, but within 5 minutes I was back down in Bronze 1. And I was just forever stuck in Bronze 1. In fact, there were days that I would just do 5 losses because I couldn't even get 5 wins, just for the daily challenge. That's how frustrating it was. In fact, that's what started me to do my free-to-play account. So 2 months and 2 days later, to prove a point, I started the free-to-play. Well, guess what? I limited the champions. Literally got Kale up to level 60. I don't know if it was Shield Guard, who's an uncommon, or it might have been War Maiden was the next one to 60. Anyway, I had like 10 or 12 champs, period. And not even all of them had gear. And boom, within like 2 weeks of, getting them to 60, I was up in Silver 3 or Silver 4 on that account. Meanwhile, I still could not get out of Bronze 1 for more than 5 minutes on my main account. Much better champs, much better gear, but I couldn't get out of Bronze 1 because I was facing so much dead account competition that had much better champions and gear. It was just ridiculous. Then Plarium fixed that. They threw in some bots, started making some progress there. Actually got a few champions. Finally managed to get Arbiter. I mean, that was just the crazy hardest thing in the world, was trying to get Arbiter there. Got lucky with a Farak and the Fat, and was able to create a blender team, and I managed in like 5 days to shoot up from Bronze 1, actually up to like Gold 1 or 2, and surpassed what my free-to-play account could do. But it shot up to Silver no problem, because I had under 1 million player power on that one, where I had like 3 or 4 account power on this account. So that was pretty bad there. And then they started doing away with the free play, and they changed somehow the way you get points per battle, and losing points or whatnot. And then it turned around and everybody fell out of platinum. Everybody. Not a single player was in platinum. And boy, the top dogs were not happy about that. So what they do, they threw back some more bots, and you could only, lose X amount of battles. Well, you could lose a lot more, but you'd only lose like points based off of 10 losses a day or something like that, so that, the point totals could stay. I still think we're in the same thing, but I think now it's, you can lose points off of 25 losses. It's capped at or something like that. But there's still, they just don't really know how to do Arena. They need to work on that. But in the meantime, you need to open up slots based on how many players are available. So that's Arena, small little fix there. I didn't really want to touch on these, but, it is what it is. Now, tag team is the worst, and the most annoying thing is the Ramon 2 missions. Going through, having to reach all the silvers, which are pretty hard to do, and then gold. and they don't realize, again, it's like Arena, but it's even worse. It's even worse. Um, this is untypical, seeing these little one-man defenses or whatever, but teams like this, and this is just a moderate team there. Um, but almost a million player power, Hegemon, Kymar, Necrit. I got Hegemon, I don't have Kymar, don't have Necrit. Of course, everybody gets Lydia. Don't have Seafeet, Bloodgorge. I don't have a Mortu Macabre. This is a, pretty decent team for this. Now, it's going to be worse when you get into gold. So, I don't know if anybody's got like a million, and I don't want to refresh because I hate giving up cheap freebies there. But here's the problem with 3v3, and those at the very top and those at the very bottom just have no clue. Oh, put in your one-man defense and farm. Well, that only works for so long. But look, 2,500 and gold 4, 3,000. So we're at 5,500, 6, 10,000, 17,000 players. 17,000 players, and that's it. Not a more. Not a one more gets in. Just like Arena, you need to up these limits as the player base grows. If you're going to sit there and make getting in the gold one of the missions for Ramontu, right? If you're going to make it a mission, challenge mission, then you need to expand this, because once these guys are in here, they just get packed further and further. A lot of these people that are in gold 4, gold 3, or whatever, they set a one-man defense, and pretty much all I got to do is get like 5 wins a day. Even at the end, they could be in the red and still not fall out of gold 4. I mean, how silly is that? If I'm in the red and silver 4, you can bet next week at reset, I'm in silver 3. Period. End of story. And oh, get better. Well, I tell you what, stop spinning, huh? Stop spinning. Why don't you challenge me on a even keel there, right? Not wallet to wallet, but brain power to brain power. For those who ever say that, that's my response to you. But anyway, you gotta expand that. Even silver is limited, so a lot of people are complaining there. Now it's pretty big there, and I don't know how big the player base really is of active players or whatever. And even if they're active, doesn't mean they're necessarily playing Arena. So, they might just do their 3v. Now the upside of this is, other than not getting gold bars and stuff, who cares? If you hit gold 1, you complete on. If you're even trying to get Ramontu in the first place, then boom, you can done, and you can fall all the way back down to bronze, and it's not going to affect you one way or the other. But there is a downside, and this is another thing that Plarium needs to fix. Look, available to everybody, right? All these are available. Oh, only if you're in silver. That's BS. That is some BS. Only the gold. So until I get the gold, I got no chance of getting a 5, 6 star legendary accessory. In fact, pretty much almost no chance of getting a 6 star accessory as it is. And the tomes, and you can see, this isn't too bad. But getting a sacred, getting a legendary tome, you see I'm at 80 something thousand, right? This is like 6 months or something of saving up. Now, of course, I do buy the void shard and the accessories, and occasionally I buy the energy and the ancient shard. So that's why it's built up some. But other than that, it's going to take those of us that are in bronze or silver a lot longer to get these, but at least make it available to us, because right now, open your wallet and you can get these, and you're in the good old boys club, and no one else can join unless you're extremely fortunate. I'm not saying it's impossible, because there are definitely free-to-play players in gold, but those are probably far and few between those are the ones that open up their wallet big time. Guess what? I've spent more than my due on this account. Trust me. I want my car back. How's that? Let me put it that way. Anyhow, so they need to open this all up. It's going to take us a lot longer if we're in a lower tier to get these rewards, and we'll have to think about it more. but at least make it available. So maybe that we could ever so slowly start whittling away at a shot of getting up to gold again or whatnot, But those that have never even been in there, like on my free to play, I pretty much, am not worried about Ramontu because I'm never going to get this mission. Do away with that mission. At least make it, possible because you're not expanding out the tiers. So it's just, you know, ridiculous. I got to wait for dumb luck, or I got to play the game so bloody long, that maybe I just finally out champion and out gear those that are spending all kinds of buku bucks. But, who knows? Because the pull luck and they keep adding more champions left and right, it's just gotten so watered down, it's ridiculous. Anyway, that's Arena. Those are my ideas there. I'm sure some of y'all have a lot better ideas. I would love to hear them or whatever. Didn't really want to touch on Arena and how to improve it, but it's one of those things. We need to improve tag. It's just been sitting there like a dead horse. They're not doing anything with the bazaar. Oh, heaven forbid you see what you get. For finishing in gold 5, the rewards are abysmal. You finish in gold 5 and you might get one 6-star, piece of gear that's so outdated. It's ridiculous. They need to update this. I don't know how you improve Arena there. Live Arena, personally, I think, once you get into silver, you know what? Start making it more fun, and you can't choose dual champs. You know what? If I pick a Duchess, even though I don't have one, I pick a Duchess, they can't pick a Duchess. They pick a Taras, I can't pick a Taras. Starting in silver, not gold, starting in silver. Start people, make them be creative, and not just, ooh, super luck or super wallet wins there. Actually try and win. Because right now, I'm sure they might want to do live tournaments or whatever eventually down the line or whatnot. They're probably hoping this will be a big cash cow down the line. Might even get some TV time or something. Who knows what they're planning on all of that. But they got to dramatically improve it. But in the meantime, at least give us sparring options. Doesn't count for anything. But if we want to sit there and challenge our fellow clanmates, or like I said, friends or whoever, challenge them, test out. Hey, we're going to be using resources up to sit there and gear out champs or see if certain combinations of champs are going to work. Learn how to figure out how to counter the Marishka and Tarses, because there's not too many champions that can do it very well. But anyway, that gives us an opportunity to learn and then make Live Arena more fun. Because right now, yeah, for me, Live Arena, when I see that, I'm just like, goodbye. Now, I saw a video from somebody else, one of the bigger content creators. I don't want to name them just now, but they came up with a brilliant idea and to basically just make it kind of fun. So I'm going to attempt that out, but that's going to be a slow little process there because this is building up some champs that you don't want to necessarily build out, especially duplicate copies. But anyway, yeah, pretty much make all the rewards available and expand tag team, expand the numbers there in regular Arena. I don't know how else you fix it. Y'all gotta come up with that, but 4 years and it kind of is what it is. So I'm not holding out too much hope on there. Live Arena is their big new thing right now, and there's a few ways you can at least improve it. Now I realize it's pretty new, so we got to cut them some slack on that. They're still working out the kinks, and of course people have got to start building up. So supposedly everybody eventually, as long as they play, will land in gold at some point. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, though, But it is what it is, and unfortunately you got to do it for the area bonuses there. And that's the downside with the Great Hall. Like Arena, I'd quit once my Great Hall's done. I'm not quite there, but I'm looking at, my current pace, 6.5 months. But here's the problem, right? So HP, 20% bonus for maxed out, right? Let me click off this and click back. But look, for being in Gold 5, I get 22% bonus stats for being in Gold 5 for HP, attack, and defense. That's huge. So if I sit there and max out my Great Hall, but then I fall all the way back down, that's a big loss in stats. So that's one of the things I don't like too much. And then little by little, you just got to do the area bonuses. Now, why do I have Dragon right now? Well, because I couldn't quite get the resistance and accuracy stats that I needed on Nishak, who I'm using to farm Hard Dragon 7 with food. But so that's why I pumped a few little stats into there. Most likely I'll work on Hydra. I'm good. I can one key Demon Lord, so I don't really need to pump anything into there. Spider Stin I don't know about, but Fire Knight and Ice Golem, Potion Keeps. Oh my god. Why do we have this? You got Iron Twins. You got Sand Devil. You didn't think that those would be more important to probably pump some stats in than Potion Keeps? But, this is Plarium's baby. Whatever they can do with it, whatever they want to do. But I would drop this in a heartbeat and add those two in. I wish this was kind of more permanent, like once you reached whatever level, that would be an incentive. Like if you could reach platinum and permanently get the 25 plus 25 stats, then that would be a huge incentive for players to try and push into platinum there, once they get beyond. But the downside of it is once you reach there, if it becomes permanent, then you might quit playing Arena altogether. But is that necessarily a bad thing as long as we're playing other areas? Some people just don't like Arena. But those are my suggestions there on, how to kind of improve Arena. They're not real great, just because maybe, because I don't like Arena that much. I don't. That bad taste right off the bat. I mean, just, 2 months stuck in Bronze 1. Actually, 2+ months stuck in Bronze 1. That just sours that game mode right there. And it did. It soured me. I don't care about Arena or whatever. The only reason I do it is pretty much for those bonuses and to fulfill the daily quest. But anyway, that's episode 3 of Plarium. Please hit that like if you liked. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. Please feel free to leave some comments there. Definitely feedback on this one, because I'm sure there are other masterminds or other thoughts that of how to improve the player experience there in Arena. But again, how does it benefit Plarium? Well, if people enjoy it, they're going to spend their resources to test more and more things out. It's as simple as that. If they enjoy it, they'll spend, whether it be hard-earned money or resources, and of course, the more they burn through the resources, the more likely chance they're going to spend money and want to try and improve and test other things out. It's as simple as that. So try and make the experience a little more enjoyable. At least let us play around and test. I mean, even if we just, doing a test challenge, a sparring challenge with our clanmates, right? If I'm spending my resources and, I buy on this account, I'm spending my resources to test a player out. Nah, I don't quite like the damage they're doing, or they don't quite synergize that well, and I switch to another champion. Well, that's even more resources I'm using up, and then next thing you know, I'm buying some more resources. Now, I've limited myself on this account pretty much just by the monthly gem pack, and I do buy the Forge Pass because I think next to the monthly gem pack, it's the greatest value overall, just getting that kind of gear and the other stuff. But 10% boost, but it gives you 10% more coin as well That is huge because coin goes a lot. Getting the Magisteel can help because that can help you get a lot of coin and, you know, do another bunch of gear from the forge because in the forge here, look, I'm maxed out at 10,000 Magisteel, so I need to use some of it up. But that allows me to make a lot of gear, which most of it, probably 99.9% gets sold. But that's a lot of extra coin to roll up the gear that I do get. Um, and not always have to sit there and farm a lot of energy in Spider. But anyway, so that's a value we've strayed on there. Um, like I said, hopefully enjoyed this. Spread the word there. Let's try and get Plarium to start making some improvements now um, as far as player experience in the game. Have a nice day.